Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're today with our new landscape rake, which is meant for compact tractors up to 50 horsepower. For a 50 horsepower and under tractor, this would be an extreme duty implement. We try to build all of our attachments where they will take all of the power of your tractor as long as it's not abuse. And we want to show you some neat features we built in that are going to be especially helpful on the smaller, lightweight tractors. We're using the front half of the same A-frame and offset that we use in our value blade for compact tractors. And the reason we're doing that is because on a compact tractor, if you had to say as small as a B-series Kubota, which could have plenty of horsepower but is a fairly lightweight tractor, you simply need a lighter rake than what we were producing that was extreme duty up to 75 horsepower. And one of the features we've added by having this offset, with a smaller tractor, if you only have, say, a 5-foot rake on it, and we could make a 4, but I think if the tractor really needed a 4, this rake is still probably heavier than you would want for a subcompact. So 5-foot, 6-foot, and 7-foot is what we plan on making. We could specially do a 4 if you requested it at the same price of a 5. We've made all the edges nice and round. That's 1/2-inch steel up here. Standard Category 1 hitch on it. And we're going to show you we've got 7 positions in the offset and 8 positions in the front and the back for your angle on the rake. So we've got your adjustment up here where you can fully offset this. So with a small tractor, if you were almost a 5-foot wheel stance, then you've got a 5-foot rake behind you and you want to be able to get your windrow out to the far as you can of your debris that you were raking, then you can offset this and re-angle the back. And you've got so many angles on the back having 8 holes, you're always able to pitch that out. So this particular rake, you may notice there's some blemishes on it. This is our first prototype. We did cut these plates back off of it because we had made them at a 1/4 inch. I didn't like that, so they have been torched back off, and 3/8 plates were reinstalled here and here instead of 1/4. So right here we've changed this to take out some of the weight because it just doesn't need this much metal in it to make it lighter for the lighter tractors. This is 1/4 inch instead of 3/8. It's our standard grate design with the double brakes in it to make it super strong. And then right here you'll see a crease and a bend, and that's a 3-degree bend. So with a 3-degree bend in it, what it does is it lets that Italian-made tine come directly through the middle of that. That way it's got some room above and some room below. Because what you want is when you're getting your debris out of your dirt, especially if it's got a little bit of, like our dirt here, a clay, or it's a little bit wet, you want those fingers to work like springs, not be so rigid. On the cheaper root rakes, what they'll do is use simply a piece of angle iron, and then they'll put a steel girdle across here, which is 2 pieces of metal with a bolt between each time. And so when a rock hits this one, it's pulling off the strength of all the others. So if you use a cheaper tine and you put a girdle on it, it will kind of stay together, but it loses its spring action, doesn't work nearly as well, and is almost like a scrape blade because it just doesn't have any action. So that's why we use a twice as expensive Italian tine with no girdle on the back of it, with the best design here on the front, with that bend to let it have, even if you back up, it still has protection underneath, not to just fold it under. So with the eight adjustments up here in the front and the back position, you can get in almost any angle you want no matter what you're doing. And if you'll notice, this is a 3x5. We've made this extra wide because what you want there is the support. Your pin, when it has a large pad underneath it, then you've got a lot of support for all the stress that this piece takes. So this is about the exact same design as our other rakes. It's been flawless. And with making this lighter and having offset, you've got a really awesome piece for a compact tractor. We've also lowered this pin down below where you've got a long cantilever. You've got a nut on top to keep it tight. It's a great design. Here at Everything Attachments, we're trademarked by Quality by Design, and that's what we try to build to you and get it to you delivered at the lowest price possible. Give us a call or an email, and we'll be happy to help you size the right rake for your tractor.